what's up? Driving to work or heading to the job site that I was at yesterday. And I don't know about y'all, but when I'm out here driving down the road, you know, I like to ride back roads because I can kind of drive how I want to. And every once in a while you'll get somebody behind you and it aggravates me. It's like I can't stand it to get somebody behind me because they're following me. You know, I'm on a back road on purpose. You know, I just want to drive where I want to drive. If I want to drive slow, I can. If I want to go faster, I can. And, you know, as long as I keep it between the ditches, who cares, right? That's just, and so you got that person, they're just right behind you all the time. No matter what turn you make, they're behind you. And it's like, dude, I just want to shake these people off and just get them to go. You know, leave me alone. Let me just do my own thing. You know, same way if you get somebody in front of you, sometimes you just kind of want to get on around them. But I'd rather be in front of me than behind me. You know, like I said, if I keep it between the ditches, I'm good. I'm good, you know. I don't care. I can look across the field looking for animals or a beautiful tree or, you know, cross a beautiful creek or swamp. I can look at that, or maybe I just want to listen to the music and just drive, and I don't really have to worry about how fast I'm going, because usually if I'm on a back road, we're driving slow anyway. When you get somebody behind you, you know, now you gotta stay in your lane. You gotta maintain a decent speed because you don't want to hinder them. So you want to go at least the speed limit. You don't want to go too slow, you know, and hinder them and hold them back. You can't go too fast, you know, because now, I mean, it's kind of reckless. You've got to stay in your lane, you know, and it's super aggravating for me sometimes, and that's just my personality. You know, I want to be able to just kind of go where I need to go and where I want to go at the pace at which I want to go. How many times do we do this in life? And I'm talking about me. I know I do this a lot. You know, in life, we're going down the road. We're as long as we keep it between the ditches, as long as we keep it between chaos and catastrophe, we feel like we're doing okay. You know, this lane here is two ways. You got one way going forward, one lane going back where you came from. And how many times do we just bounce between the two? Between progress and failure, or between staying focused and moving forward and maybe slipping over into the old lane a little bit here and there. You know, we kind of bounce between it, and we feel like in life, as long as I don't hit those ditches and fall off, I can maintain, I'm okay. You know, when you got somebody behind you, as you mostly do in life, you more than likely you got somebody behind you. They may not be intentionally following you. It may just be life circumstances that put you guys in line together there, but they're behind you and they're following your lead. They didn't ask to be behind you sometimes, but they are. And so you must maintain a focus and control and be a good example. And it's frustrating sometimes because it's like, you know, I just want to do my own thing, but you can't. You've got people following, you've got people behind you, you've got children, you've got a wife, you've got people you don't even know. They're following you, and you can't be reckless. You can't just say, hey, as long as I keep it between chaos and calamity, you know, it'll be all right, because it's not about you then. It's not really about you anymore. It's about those other people as well, those people that are following you around. And so you can't afford to slip in progress and failure at the same time. Although failure is inevitable, you're gonna have failure, but you can't slip into the old road that sends you back, you know, the back where you came from. You've always got to sort of try to move forward all the time, always think progressively, and understand that this life, this road we're on ain't just about us, and that there's always somebody following. Hey, sometimes there's people in front of you, and you get this feeling where you're like, I just want to go. I just want to go, you know, but for whatever reason, you can't get around them. Call it a blessing, you know, because that's intentional. You didn't ask to be behind these people, just like sometimes people end up behind you. They didn't ask to be behind you, but you are, and they're sort of setting the pace. Now, it might be a safety, because if you could get around them, you would just blur down the road, and mess you would end up in if you could just drive as fast as you wanted to drive, you know. Like I said, I'm talking about me here. I have a tendency to want to just be by myself and drive by myself on the back roads and just look at whatever I want to look at. I want to go at my own pace. If I want to drive fast, I'll go fast. If I want to drive really slow and bounce between the white lines, if you will, I want to be able to do that. But that's not always a good habit, you know. And that's something that I've sort of always had to work on and stay conscious of, that it's not just about me. You know, I got people that depend on me. They're following me. They're looking for me for guidance, and I've got to maintain the lane, you know. And I know that I'm always heading forward, and at least keeping a decent pace and a safe pace. That's not too fast or too slow. So I don't know. This is just what I think God laid on my heart when I was driving this morning. I thought, you know, back here on these roads, and you know, this car got up behind me, and I couldn't shake them. I even slowed down really slow one time to see if they'd pass me. They wouldn't pass me. It was too dangerous for them to pass me. I bet they wanted to. So guys, just remember that when you're driving down this path of life and this road of life, there's always somebody following you. Yeah, you're gonna have times where you're gonna drift back and forth between the lane of moving forward or going back where you came from. It's gonna happen. It does for me all the time. I can easily slip into my old way or an old mindset. But I got to remember there's people following me, so I can't do that. It's unhealthy for me and them. Guys, I love you. I don't know, you might just think this is babble, so you know, you can just delete it, move on, swipe left or whatever, you know. But I hope somebody out here finds this as encouraging, and if nothing, just eye-opening, you know. So yep, have a great day, guys. I love you guys.